We'll talk about her presidential run first. She began those primaries with about 12% support in the national polls.
Jeez.
And then after attacking Biden on issues such as opposing federally mandated integrated busing, and Biden had worked with several segregationist senators in the 70s, she went up to about 15%. And then she was torn apart by Tulsi Gabbard. Tears her a new one.
Tears it up.
And right from there, the next day, Harris's popularity dropped. It fell to a low of 3%. In December, she dropped out of the primaries without even reaching a chance of gathering any delegates. Now, this is what I want to ask you. Keep this in mind. She is now vice president candidate, which if they win, she is one heartbeat away from becoming president. She couldn't even garner enough percentage points to get a delegate in the primaries.
Yeah.
Who do you have that's about to be in the office? Not selected, not elected by the people.
And if we're really honest, someone who's a flip-flopper, obviously, will flip-flop on an issue in a dime, just like Biden will. Someone who claims to be black and says she's Indian and using either one to kind of gain her own little foothold. She's been doing it for a long time, I'm sure. And they all do this. This all literally has to do with the appearance, right?
Because it's identity politics.
It's all identity politics, dude. We have no idea what she really stands for. She's not coming out like the rest of them. Not like what's her name from Minnesota? You know what I mean?
Ilhan Omar.
Yeah, Omar or AOC. At least they're wearing their colors on their sleeve. Kamala's not as bold like that, right?
Yep.
But the tendencies are there. Then she goes and does something with CNN. Was it CNN when Don Lemon asked her, so you think criminals should vote? She goes, we should have that conversation.
Yeah.
You were the former attorney general busting these people. If you thought it was deemable that they should lose their rights to go to jail, you want them to vote? She doesn't know what she wants. Listen to me, guys. She does not know what she wants. She is confused. And the Bible says confusion comes from the devil, not from God. Okay? That should be the first tip-off, right? The other thing, though, about her is she was with Stephen Colbert here just recently, and I don't like Colbert, but I saw a clip, right, where she went after Joe Biden and basically said, I believe his accusers. And Stephen Colbert asked her, but you attacked him publicly. Like, you were how could you be like buddies and like BVP pick? And she goes, it was a debate. And she started laughing. She laughed it off, implying that she was lying. You can't read anything out of that except she was lying.
Exactly. It was politically advantageous to take this shot, so I took it because it was a debate. Man, doesn't
that scare you?
So you're looking for advantage when the opportunity arises. Therefore, you're not standing on principle. That's what we're going to try to prove here. Is there's not the principle that she thinks she's standing on is really shaky, and the principles she actually have are misguided.
True.
So let's go ahead and, according to Progressive Punch, which they do ratings of senators and people in Congress and politicians and where they are progressively, she's rated as the fourth farthest left senator in the Senate. So don't let anybody tell you that she's moderate. If you might say, well, Progressive Punch, that's one source. Let's go to the other source. So if we could pull up slide 1. This is GovTrack chart.
I love it.
GovTrack's chart, if you notice that little purple triangle, says Harris. Chart has her as farthest left and middle to lower quadrant of leadership. So she is way over on the left. If you look a little bit lower, I made sure to get this in the screen capture. She has 100% ratings with the Human Rights Campaign, the League of Conservation Voters, Planned Parenthood Action Fund, 100% with Planned Parenthood, 86% rating with the ACLU. She has a B with the National Iranian American Council. But let's look at the other one. She's got 30% with the Chamber of Commerce, 19% with the Club for Growth, 12% with Americans for Prosperity, and 0% with FreedomWorks and Numbers USA. So which side does she stand on?
Exactly, dude.
So let's go to slide number 2. So her bio and her stances, this is directly from her website. She defended California's landmark climate change law. She's boasting about this. So normally an attorney general is expected to defend the laws that are on the books. But if you're defending a law that you don't agree with, you're not going to put it in there. And notice she's got 100% with the League of Conservation Voters, so it's not like she's not going to promote herself on this whole thing. She protected the Affordable Care Act. She helped win marriage equality for all Californians. Mind you, against a popular vote.
Yeah, so you remember that? Was it Prop 8?
Prop 8.
Prop 8 came out. They said, okay, we're going to go with the people, and all of a sudden it got overturned by the judges, did it not?
Uh-huh.
And so it's funny because you're looking at that actually gave me hope. That the popular the popular was like, look, no, we don't want this.
Yeah.
This is not what we're after, right? Because you know how the left was really big on like, hey, you know, she won by popular vote by 3 million. Okay, well, California said popular vote, and you got what you want. You know what I mean? So like, it's very hypocritical what they do. You know, all that stuff, and it's crazy because if you look at what she stands for, again, she's not caring about you.
No.
Any Christian, I'm telling you, Christians that are thinking about this, and you're thinking about Biden and Harris here, they don't care about you. They care about an agenda. It's not about you. It's about them.
And we're
Mark my words.
And we're going to show that there's an authoritarian streak in her, that's how that transpires. So since taking office, she has introduced and co-sponsored legislation to raise wages for working people, reform our broken criminal justice system, make health care a right for all Americans, address the epidemic of substance abuse, support veteran and military families, expand access to child care for working parents, right? So there's stuff that we look at and we go, well, that's good. And as conservatives, we say, well, should we be putting government funds towards this or not? That's a different debate. But we can understand where Democrats would see a lot of that stuff and go, well, that's good. That's good. But you have to look at her voting records, and you have to look at the number of bills she has sponsored and co-sponsored. And what you're going to find is a deep focus on race, increasing funds to certain segments of the population, environmental issues, and support for increased government reach into our lives. You have to go back and you have to look at her from the high view. She's really focused on government entrenchment in every aspect of society.
Exactly. And two, when she was the Attorney General of California, guys, she was not for all the stuff that they're talking about the DNC platform, criminal justice reform. She was incarcerating so many people for the stupidest things, and she was laughing about it. I mean, let's be legit here. You know, like, she is not what you think she is. Now, they're going to morph into anything they want. And I realize on both sides, we've been talking about this. If you know anything about us, we'll say it's on both sides. Yes, they say what they want to get elected. But at least we knew what we were getting with President Trump.
Yeah.